Hey there, I'm Rishi, and today we'll learn how to deploy Umami instance on Fly IO with Neon Postgres. So let's get started with deploying Fly IO and Umami. First we'll follow the setup using Umami's pre-built container. So the first instruction is just to copy the whole fly.toml. So we're gonna create a file, paste it here, and name it as fly.toml. Perfect. With that done, let's do fly launch, which will try to launch this app into Fly.io. And yes, we want to copy its configuration here. And this is using the build strategy that we mentioned here. Here, the build strategy is pointing out to the latest release of Umami compatible for PostgreSQL. Perfect. Let's change this setting to have a region which is not Mumbai because that's like a paid instance. So let's change this to Boston and then confirm the settings to have test umami, and then we confirm the settings here. Perfect. This is start deploying umami test umami app here. Let's go to our fly.io dashboard, reload the page to see that app deploying. And then the one thing that does stand out here is that we have not set up a database URL. So we need to have a PostgreSQL database that's going to store all of the data sessions and Umami related properties. So let's go to secrets and go to new secret and say database URL. And this will have some secret that will point out to my Postgre instance. So let's get running onto how do you actually integrate Neon Postgre into Umami. So the first thing is that we need to create a Neon project, and then we get a connection which allows pooled connections, and then we add PG bouncer and connection timeout limit so that it does make sure that the connections go through. And then, yeah, we just need that database URL. So we go to our Neon console, basically console.neon.tech, and we say this is test umami here as well. We don't need to specifically mention a database. So here we get an connection string. As we have seen earlier, we need a pool connection string. So let's just quickly copy this one, paste it here, and then add these two params to the query params of this URL. So we go to the end and insert an and by ourselves, and then yeah, add these two query params and set the secret. Once this is done, you can deploy this whole thing again. So we'll do fly deploy, and this will try to deploy the whole thing again. As we have left the current working machine, like it's going to deploy, but it's going to be facing the error that there is no database URL. So let's quickly check that. So here we'll see that um, there should be some check that just says that there is no database URL to be looking into. So yeah, this is the URL that we wanted to see. That database URL is not defined. So we want to release this machines. So we will say fly lease clear, and then we mention the machine number. Yeah, fly machines lease clear, and then the machine ID. So we have cleared the lease, and now we can deploy. So now this is going to be deploying the same thing again, but this time there's a database URL that will make sure that it does get there. So let's go to monitoring in Fly.io, and as you can see that this started again, and then it database URL is defined. The connection was successful. The version check was successful, and there was the schema loaded by Prisma, and the whole thing is ready now. All right, let's go to our Neon instance, go to databases. So we see that there's this database that has been created, and all of the Umami related things are present in our Neon instance. Now to verify that all of that works, let's go to the deployment. So we'll open test umami fly dev. By default, the credentials to log into Umami are the same as admin, and the password is Umami. So we log in, and yeah, we don't have any website configured, but you can see the whole thing is working now. Um, we can try to like change or get something that actually shows that the database is working fine. So let's Let's say I'm gonna add this to it's my FII. I add this to the website. So now we have a website. If we go to the website, we go to edit view. Here we can obtain a tracking URL. And yeah, let's just copy this. Let's go to it's my FII and change that URL. Let's go to source, pages, index, and change it. Perfect. Let's change the whole thing here. Commit the change. All right, now we can see that this will be deployed in minutes with Vercel. So this is ongoing now. Let's just wait for a minute or two. Should be deployed in some seconds, I believe. We go to the details section, then we would see that this is still building in our Vercel project. All right, let it build. It's just deploying the outputs, and it's all green now. Awesome. Let's go to SpeedVitals and do a batch test at multiple locations, and then let's do it for It's My FYI homepage. So we have started a batch test which will open the It's My FYI website in different locations and try to measure its performance. The idea is to get some visits so that our database can see, like, store those visits and show us analytics based on where were those visitors from. So now you can see that, yeah, some tests have started to come in. This is not really about the performance, but how to get visitors on your site, just to, get some test data. All right, let this complete so that then we can go to back to our Umami instance hosted on Fly.io using Neon as the database and see how well did it record the whole thing. So this is still deploying. Let's get to the website again and go to view so that we can see if something has started to roll in. So now we can see that there are 10 current visitors to this, and as you can see, like there are these 10 tests going on, and you would see like all of them are coming from different countries. Yeah, so I think yeah, the data is still tripping in fine. Let's reload the whole thing to see. Um, Perfect. The tests are finished, so we close that. And yeah, we did get the data flowing in. I can still log out and log in. So perfect. So the database is definitely working for us. And this is all cool. Nice. Right. Awesome. All right. So that was it. You can see how quickly we deployed my Umami instance to Fly.io. The one is my database. See you in the next one.